All right, all right, all right. This is Frank Salinas coming to you live from Chicago this week with GrooveKart, showing you how to start your GrooveKart store, get started with e-commerce. Today we have a special session. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A. So we're going to be going over any questions you have regarding what we've covered up until this point with all the training sessions related to GrooveKart. Let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. Let me know if you can hear me, and we'll get rocking and rolling. All right. So let me go to the comment section. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Let me know. Let me know what part of the world you're in, and we're gonna get rocking and rolling. Trying a new look here. I trying to go with the 5 o'clock shadow. So you're probably wondering what's the deal. If I look scruffy, it's on purpose. It's not by accident. So so let me know where you're tuning in from. Let's see here. And if you haven't already done so, go to streamyard.com if you're on Facebook and connect with Facebook so we know we can see your name. We have Dwight from the UK and Nigeria. Let's see. We got London in the house. If I'm assuming you guys can hear me. I just got this new headset. It's a gaming headset. I uh I took it from my kids. Nah, just kidding. I got one. They said this microphone was better than the one that I typically buy. So always pay attention where your cables are because I tripped over my headset earlier today, which caused it to break. And now I got a new headset. So, all right, we're gonna get rocking and rolling. So today we're doing Q&A. We might have a special surprise by John Garcia, the wonderful John Garcia, who always joins me on these trainings. He is taking care of some business right now, so he may or may not jump on. So we're going to jump on and ask me anything related to GrooveKart up until this point, what we've covered. We've covered setting up the product page. We've covered how to use Printful. We've covered how to do the basic settings, how to connect the domain. We got Jamaica in the house, Kansas City, Morocco. What else? Let's see. London, Canada. All right. So, any questions you have related to GrooveKart based on what we've covered up until this point, let us know. Whether it's related to the builder, whether it's related to scarcity, upsells, bumps, whatever you might have, let us know. We got Miami in the house. All right. All right. So, Virginia. So, any questions you might have, let us know right now. Go ahead and ask your questions, and we'll get going. So, and again, thank you for letting me know you can hear me because with this headset, I can't hear my voice too well. So I feel like you can't hear me, but I know you can. All right. So related to setting up products, things like that, let us know if you have any questions. We're ready to get rocking and rolling. My name is Frank Salinas. Thank you for joining. We're going to be covering any questions you might have related to the builder, the product page setup, anything related to the back end of setting up a product. Let me show you. We have the question from Rick. Are there any new themes available? So I'll show you right now where to find the existing themes and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to share my screen in just a second and share screen. Okay. So we're going to add to the stream, and then we're going to go and share my screen. So hopefully you can see everything, and you can see what I'm doing here. So all right. So let me know if you can hear me. So if you go into the builder right here, all right, and then we click on this little hamburger menu, and you click on themes. All right, you click on basic themes, you'll see these themes here. Now, I don't want to, maybe I should have shown you in a demo. Let me show you in a demo. Let's go into a demo store real quick, and we'll show you that way. So I'm going to go into one of these demos that I have here, and let's go into demo. So that way we don't mess up the store that we have. All right. So we're going to go to the builder and this demo, and we're going to go to themes, go to basic themes, and then I'll show you these again. So I'm going to load the Groove Decor. So I could save this right now and just say, what's today's date? Let's just show you an example of saving this. Okay, characters only. Sorry about that. Let's see. All right, let's just save that. Let's just act like I had a bunch of work done to it and I'm saving it. So then it's going to refresh in just a second and show me the new theme. All right, so here it goes. So this is Groove Decor. So it's a really cool theme. One of our designers, Damian Bradshaw, set up for us. And it's a really beautiful theme, and it gives you a nice look right out the gate. And you can go to pages. We can look at the product page, and we can see how he set up the product page. Looks really, really good. Got even video in here. Okay. And then if we go to pages, we can go, sorry, if we go here, go to checkout, you'll see the very clean checkout page that he has. All right. And then if we wanted to, we could check out another theme. We could go to Groove Elegant and then load this theme. I'm going to ignore saving it because I didn't make any changes. And then that's going to reset in just a second. So we're going to wait just one moment. And in a few seconds, boom, it loads the next one. And again, you take these themes and work with them, and it gets you a good jump start on what you want to do to your store. Now, of course, these are going to be your products, so of course they're not going to be this. So when you see these things like this, these are just sample products. So you're going to replace all that with the products that you set up. All right. And then if we go to pages, let me just show you the product page. All right, as you can see here, he's matched the look and feel of the theme that he created. It looks really good. Look at that. Okay, and we'll look at the next theme, Groove Fresh. Now, the one I like the most is the last one, so I'll show you that in a second. But let me just load this theme, and we're going to ignore saving that one. All right, after this, we have someone else asking, how do I set up my product? So I'll show you how to set up a product in a second as a demo. So here's this one. This is kind of cool. I mean, it's got these are just images, so you never think don't feel overwhelmed. Like if I click on this and I can go to the settings, I can edit that. So let me just keep on going though. Let me show you. So this is a template like as if you owned a restaurant or something like that. But you can go in here and replace all this stuff and rename it, edit it to match what you need it to be. Okay. So let's go here. Now, I just wanted to mention, this is a really cool look. Like this could almost be, I could redo this and sell some gadgets. I would keep this cool theme with the dark colors and the black and the orange. I might use this to set up a gadget store or something like that. So let me show you the last one, which is Groove Shred. I'm going to load this theme. I'm going to ignore saving the other theme because I haven't made any changes. And that's going to refresh in just a second. Now, right now, there's an issue we have with the builder where you cannot set up menu items. And that'll be fixed hopefully in the next 24, 48 hours. Just want to let you know in case you're struggling trying to edit your menus. So this one is a really cool product, basically a single product theme you could go for right here. And really think about this. You could go in here and edit this stuff and make it say something else. Okay, so You could use this and just change the images, change the bullet points to say what you need to say, change this to say what you needed to say. Okay, and next thing you know, you're changing it to match. Like, let's say we're selling something, we could go in here and edit each item, and then next thing you know, it's going to say what you needed to say. It wouldn't have to be a fitness product. It could be something totally different, but you like the style of this theme. All right, and then you could go here, you could switch out the image, you could switch out the background image and put your own image here. Okay, so but it's a really, really, really beautiful theme. You got your FAQ, you can go in here. Okay, really cool stuff. Got some nice trust badges here. Fast shipping, hassle-free return, secure payments, customer guarantee. I mean, that's just really good looking. So those are the themes we have right now. Someone else asked, how do I set up my products? We've covered these things before, but I'm just going to show you one product to set up. And we're going to close this and go back to my cat swag. And we're going to use my cat swag as the example. So let me do one thing. I'm going to stop share. And then I'm going to go back to StreamYard. So what I'm going to do is we're going to show you how to set up a product in Printful. I'm going to log into Printful, but so that's why I'm talking on screen right now. And I'm going to go log in right now just to make sure we go in and do it the right way. So 1 second. By the way, any other questions, go ahead and ask them here. I'm just trying to log in to the cat swag email that we created, John Garcia, so we can log into Printful the right way. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. I gotta text John Garcia and tell him Google sent him a verification code. So 1 second. Let me look at your other questions while we're doing this, and I need that code in order to log into Printful. So what else do we have here? All right, Jerry, how can we build our own theme? You can build out your own theme. You can start editing your a theme that you're given and start building it out. You could actually just start editing what you have now. Let's see. Can you give me the code? Gmail sent you. Okay, so you can start building out your theme. Okay, so if you go back, let me just show you. Let's see. If we go here, and I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go back to share my screen, and it's just a matter of. Let me share my screen. Here we go. Let me add it. Okay, if we go back into the page builder, and we go into this demo, this is yours right here. If I go and load the theme, the one that we give to you, the old default theme, if I go and load that, you can start from scratch. But let me show you some blocks and some other parts that are here that you could actually use as a base to start and get a jump start. So watch. So if you go in here, this is the original, right? There's something here that says designed blocks. Those are the ones where you'd save your own, but there's some global templates that we already have here. So look at this. So let's say I wanted to start from scratch. I could go here, delete this. I could go here, delete this. And I'm deleting. Look at that. I'm deleting. I'm deleting all this. Look at that. Okay. And let's say I'm starting with something. I'm starting with nothing. Okay. Look at that. Okay. I'm starting over. Okay. What do I have? I have a header and a footer. That's it, right? So let me see. Let me see the comments, and then let me text John Garcia on Skype so I can get that code. So I'm going to show you right here how you have pre-designed blocks here that you can pull in and start editing. So let me see here. I'm asking, can you give me the code? All right, so I'm asking Mr. Garcia. All right, so best cat swag email. All right, I'm asking them for the code for the email. Why? Because Printful, when we created the Printful account, we made it so that we could log in through Gmail, and so that's what I'm waiting on the code for. So we have nothing but a header and a footer here. There's nothing here. So what could you do? Well, you could go through these. Let me show you how to get there. You go to blocks, and then there's some global blocks that you have here. So we got watches, right? We have uplift. Okay, what do we have? Electronics. We got T Perfect. What else? We got shoes. So we have all these different products. So you could do this one. Like you could go here, drag this in there, drag the next one, drag it down here. Let's do it again. Hang on here. Drop. I'm not dropping it in the right spot. Hang on. There we go. Hang on. It's not playing nice. 1 second. I got to drop it on the outside. Okay. Superior sound quality on ear headphones. Now let's drop this in the middle. There we go. All right. And then we got some more stuff we can drop in here. Let's drop it on the outside. There we go. Okay. And then once you drop some stuff in here, you can actually start editing it. Okay. So let's just say we're working with this. Now we got this little section here. I can drop that in there. Okay, and then you can start editing as you see fit. And you can make your own theme. You can start building out your own theme. Let's say the product page. You can go in here and let's just save that for now. And then you click on this and you can start building it out. All this stuff, again, you have these blocks. Okay, you have custom blocks that have nothing in there. They're just different block ideas that you can work with. Then you have this. Then you got icon blocks, right? Look at this one. So let's say you wanted to drop this in here, and I'm putting it up there in the wrong spot. But let me just show you. Let me scroll down. Actually, let's do it like that. There we go, right here. Okay. Now this is just an example of you using what we have here, that what we've given you as an example, and then you reword and edit as you need to. Okay. Then we got other stuff here. Look at, we can add a timer if we wanted to. All this stuff is customizable. Okay. So I encourage you. What I would do is I would just work with what we give you as far as the templates, and then build out from there. So I really like the shred one, but if you're going to have, like, let's say a store with a lot of different items, then you might want to go with, something like Groove Decor and edit as you need to. Okay. So how many collections can you have? Well, if you're talking about on the homepage, you can add unlimited. Okay. So let's show you. Let me show you here. Sorry, my phone is ringing. So you can have unlimited collections showing here. Like, here's an example. Let's say we had a collection called Class Decor, another collection Wine and Spirits, another collection Cheese and Charcuterie, or whatever. I don't know how you say that. Utensils and homeware, biscuits and favorites. Okay, I don't know if that should be favorites. Uh, anyway, so I mean, you can add unlimited, and one of the a cool way to do this is, let me show you here. So like, you can add the element and go to product and then category list, and then let's say we dropped it there, right? And then it says select category. Now this says best deals, but what the cool thing is let me show you. Let's say this category was, I don't know, golf. Watch what you can do. So watch. Let's go to Pexels. And let's say you had a store and it had to do with golf. Let me just show you. Let's pick this one. So you could go and download this one, 640 by 960. Actually, no, I don't like that one. We're looking for a square one. Let's go with this one. This is 640 by 427. I like this one instead. I'm going to download it. And then in this store, let's say we had a category golf. So I'm going to go here and I would go to products, categories. And let's say we had all sorts of different, this store is all about fun stuff, golf, mountain climbing, different kind of hobbies, right? So I could go like this and I could upload this image like so. Okay. Now what can you do with that? Watch this. So in here, I'm going to refresh this. So now watch what happens if I wanted to set up a category. Let's just do it. Where to go? Let's just act like it was going to be up here. Okay. Now I wouldn't typically put it there, but let's just do a category list like so. Then I select the category. And there's that one, right? And then look at that. Okay. So on the page, it's going to show that image that I uploaded. So you could, let's say you have 8 different categories. You pick a nice image for those. And then when they click on it, it'll take them to the products you have for that category. Okay. So I'm just waiting on see if Mr. Garcia texts me back, and then we're going to keep going. No, nothing yet. Okay. Let's see here. How do I set up my products? How many collections? Okay. So now we're going to go into setting up a product real quick. If Mr. Garcia doesn't email me back the code, we'll just do something on Tscape. All right. So let me stop sharing. I'm going to log into Tscape. All right. And let's see. So we're just waiting on John to send me the code to log into Gmail so I can use Printful. And if not, we can work around that. So in the meantime, ask some other questions. I'm going to try to log into T-Launch actually right now. Because if we can't do Printful, we can do T-Launch. So I believe I made a login for T-Launch already. So let me sign out and then I'll share my screen in just a second. Yeah, okay. So let me log in. So we're going to show you how to set up a product on T-Launch if we can't get into let's see if we're connected. We should be connected. So now I'm going to share my screen in just a second. I'm just checking best cat swag, my cat swag, I should say. Okay, we should be locked and loaded. So let's rock and roll. Let me get an image. I'm a popular guy today. Everybody's calling. Let me get an image for the store. Okay, so 1 second. Let me find one right now. I'm gonna get one right now. Let's see. So let's just make a new shirt. Okay, and let's see. Wait, let me see what other how. 1 second. What other questions we have? In the meantime, while I get a, we're going to show you, Bonnie, how to set up a product in T-Launch in just a second. Okay, now related to the theme, I encourage you to use the theme, the themes that we have, and just edit those. It's the best thing. I mean, Damian Bradshaw spent a lot of time making these themes for you. So what I like to do, I like to use what's already given to me, and then just listen. I add my logo, I set up some products, and then I put the products where I need them to go. The way I work is I don't rely on SEO and then natural social media traffic and all that. What I do is I use money and I drive traffic from advertising. And I try to do my research first, see what niches I think I try to go with something I know a little bit more about, and then I search on different marketplaces and I search on Google, and I see what's out there, and I try to get my finger on the pulse of that interest, of that niche, to see if it's something that I can go for, and then always try to be unique. Right now, I would say it's going to be hard for you to try to get a sale from something that is how you say, yeah, you want to try to sell something that's unique. So if you're trying to sell like a shirt and you're running Facebook ads, let me just tell you, Facebook advertising, the CPMS, the cost per milli, I believe is what it stands for. It, they're a lot more expensive now than they were 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago. So you want to, if you're going to sell something in e-commerce and you're actually spending advertising money, I definitely recommend something more unique. Okay, so let me look right now. I'm going to look in my drive for some images because I think I have something I can share with you guys real quick. And Mr. Garcia did not get back to me, so we're gonna have to find something else, which is it's okay. So let's see here. Let's see if I got something here. This is kind of weird. Okay, got some cat stuff, but okay, let's just do this one. All right, so I got this one ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna share my screen right now. So we're gonna show you how to set up a product in T-Launch. All right, simply because I don't have the code to get into my Gmail, so that we can't get into Printful. Printful has a social login where if you're logged into Gmail, you can log in. And I don't have the actual login and password for Printful. I use the Gmail login, and that's how I got in last time. So Mr. Garcia must be tied up. No problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and show you how to do it with T-Launch. So I'm going to share screen. And now I'm going to show you a specific scenario here. That, as you can see, it's asking for a code. I don't have that code. All right, so let me close this demo, and now we are in T-Launch. Okay, so I'm going to go to create, and then let me check my phone to make sure you can see that. Okay, yeah, okay, we're in there. All right, so I have this image, and we're going to see if I can do it with the image that I have. Let me see if y'all can see this. So it says, sorry, I have plans with my cat. All right. So hopefully this image size is good enough. Let's see what we got. That size is 2000 by 2568. So let's just do let's do an accessory. Let's see. Nah, it's a black design. So let's choose something like this. Let's do this cat, this raglan. Okay. So this says minimum 2400. Well, I know this image that I got here is 2000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to show you how to do it on the fly. All right. You can take your PNG and do an image resizer and just resize this real quick. So I'm going to upload this, okay? And then I'm going to change this to 2400 and I'm going to resize it. All right. And then we're going to download this image. All right. And so now if I go here and hover, this is 2400. All right. So now we got it. So watch this. So I chose this canvas men's raglan as the example. I'm going to select the image. Now I already have this one. And we might see if we can use this for something else. So I'm going to upload the file. And let's see if it takes it. All right. So there you go. Sorry, I have plans with my cat. Right. And then you could choose which colors. So in this case, let's do the white and black. What else? How about? Okay, that looks pretty good. White and red. Hey, that's good. And then let's do the green one. Okay, so now I got 4. I have the sizes selected. All right. And then look, these sell for 28. We're gonna make $14 profit. I'm okay with that. So now we're gonna call this. We're gonna name it, I should say. It's gonna say, sorry, I have plans. And then, all right. And then we're gonna send this to store. We're gonna send all of them to the store and create. Now that's gonna be pushing to the store. And then this is what I do. So I'm in GrooveKart right here in my store. And then I go to products, print on demand and drop shipping. And then I go to T launch. And then I click the cog. All right. Now, once we're here, I go to products. And then this is still processing. I typically do not import until I see the image there. So as you can see, to me, it's still working. So it isn't ready yet. If I go to T-Launch and I go to My Products, you'll see that it's still spinning. So that's another indication right here. If you still see it spinning under My Products, then you know it's not ready. Eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to add, so, so let me turn off my Skype and then I'll check it on my phone. So eventually what we're going to do is we're going to add into the builder, not to the builder, but into GrooveKart, some sort of notification so you know it's ready to be added. Okay. In the meantime, what I do is I check this and I also check T-Launch. Right now, I don't know off the top of my head how long it takes. It shouldn't take more than a few minutes. But if you see that it's still spinning, then I would say that it's not ready. If I go in here and go to products, as you can see, it's not ready yet, but we're going to continue. We're going to make another product while that one's working. So we're going to say create. Now we have that other design. Now we can see, let's see, let's do this outdoor mat. I don't know. Let's see if we can do it. 3,200 by 2,000. Now, I don't know if we can do it or not. To tell you the truth, I've never done it with a different size. So if I go to select image, I don't know if this image is good enough. Oh, I see. This is pretty intuitive. Look, it knows that we don't have an image that size, so it's not including it. That's very interesting. So let's skip this one. Let's see what we can do that use this image for. Let's see. This is what 2550 by 3150. This is pretty smart. See, as you can see, T-Launch will not show us that other image that we had in there. So we're just going to have to stick with creating some other apparel. So let's go to apparel, and I'm just going to do one more. Let's just do this tank top. No, you know what? Let's do the women's V-neck. Okay, and then we can select the artwork, and we can do this one. Cats are my favorite people. That looks beautiful. And then distance from top. Look at that. So since this is a V-neck, you might, depending on the image, depending on the design, you might decide you need it to be further away from the top or leave it normal. And then you could also say if you need a half print. I typically wouldn't do anything other than the full print. But let's just say you have a design and you're going to do your store logo on the front and then the design on the back. Then you would choose, like that left chest. You could also do right chest. I rarely see right chest, to tell you the truth. In this case, we're just doing full print. And then you could see which ones work. So we could do white, royal. Nah, not really. I don't think so. Fuchsia, I think so. Nickel, nah. Navy, no. Charcoal, no. Jet black, of course not. Purple. Now I said, of course, not the jet black, but I've seen my kids have worn shirts where it's black and then the letters you almost got to squint, you almost got to double take before you can read what's on there. So I mean that could be a thing, right? So um, we're gonna say no. We're gonna go with these these three: white, fuchsia, light pink, and then this blue one. Okay. We go next, and actually let's go to preview. This is cats are my favorite people, so we can say like that. I think we already did one. Look at that. Probably the same one we did last time. I think so. All right, let's just do this right here, and then create, and then off that goes. If you're waiting in GrooveKart, you could refresh, and then products, and then as you can see, this one is now ready to import. So we can add to my store. Okay, and then you just click on add product. Okay, now if you go to products, my products, there's something here. Let me show you. Um, in the product setup, here it is. If you go to preview that, there it is there, right? Looks pretty good. So what you could do is you could start editing this. Now this is a men's raglan. So for the category, maybe I have a category men's. I don't know if we have men's in here or not. We have men's clothing. Look at that. So I could do men's clothing, and I could also add men's shirts like that and make it men's clothing. Um, let's say let's take that back off. Let's do it again. Yeah, men's clothing shirts. Okay, so we could do it like that. All right. Now, when you're editing these products, I copy this and I put that as the OG title as well. And then the description, it already has some information about the product. So I would add some copy. I usually add copy in the summary. That's the way I do it. You don't have to do it that way. Um, all right, something very simple. What I usually do is I make sure it's black, and then you could even italicize, make it bigger. Now, one thing I'd like to explain what this is here with the upsell description. Now, I'm preaching to the choir to most of you, but this section here is where if you were to sell, if you were to sell this item as an upsell, what would you say about this item? Okay, that's what this means. This is the description. Hey, grab this. I like to keep mine very simple. People know if they want it or not. If they resonate with the message, if they resonate with the design, etc., then they'll buy it. So I like to keep it simple. I say add this to your order today and save big. I mean, I keep them very simple. Okay. And then if I wanted to, I could go here, make it like a heading 3. Okay. That ad copy is only going to show up if you chose to make this same product a one-click upsell to someone buying another item. Okay. And then the SEO. What do I do for the meta description? I typically just copy the actual details of the product itself. I don't overthink it. When I set up my e-commerce stores, it's mostly for me actually running campaigns and driving traffic and driving sales. Uh, it is important though if you're going to do a long-term presence to put in, some thought into your SEO and things like that. The OG description, the open graph. This is like if someone shares your store, shares the URL on their Facebook. What I typically do is I actually just use the ad copy that I have here because they're sharing it on Facebook. So to me, that's kind of like doing the selling for you. All right. And then we go to images. We have all these images. I'm not going to mess with it. Here you could put the price of what this costs you. Okay. Now if we go to my products, let's see. We see that this one is this. We're going to click on it. And here you can see that the T-launch price is 14. That does not include the shipping. I typically don't put the shipping cost in here because it's going to vary. If someone buys two, you're not going to pay that shipping times two. It's going to be the first amount of shipping, and then the next one's going to be less. So I don't leave that. This is to help you start figuring out what your profit is. And then variance. I almost always put a compare price. I never leave it without. I did have a student one time. She did not want to put a compare price because she didn't want people to think it was on sale. But she sells high end like face cream and stuff. So it costs more than your typical hoodie or t-shirt. So she did not want to use a compared to price because she didn't want to make it seem cheap. I totally get that. I'm selling shirts and accessories and things for the house. I don't mind putting a comparative price for all of my items. Think about it. You go to Walmart or you go to this uh, you know, um, hardware stores or any kind of things like that, they're almost always going to show you what the normal price is, $499. This weekend only, 379. You're like, oh wow, I save $120. Things like that. Even though it's pretty much what we do. It's marketing. It's the same thing. So here, the most expensive shirt is 32, and then they start at 28. I'm gonna make this, excuse me, 37.99 is the normal price. Okay, and then I'm gonna apply. So that way, when I save this and we look at it, this is gonna show you. I'm just checking in on you guys. All right. Oh, it's still processing. Actually, let me go back. All right, now let's try it. Let's save it. Oh, you know what I did? I didn't hit finish. Sorry, that's my problem. So let me just hit finish real quick and display. That's why it didn't show up. And I'm gonna go over the other settings real quick too. So there you go. You can see that it's on sale. They say, "Wow, look at that! I saved $10." Okay. So with that being said, let's go back to quantity discounts. If I didn't remind you of this every time, then I wouldn't be doing my job. This is one of the easiest ways to start making more money. Don't set up a product without quantity discounts unless you really like lose money if you sell two. I can't think of any situation though where you're not going to make more money even if you give them a discount. Here's one way to do it. You give them 5% off if they buy two, but then if they buy three or more, you make it real uh, a way better deal. Okay. So I'm only saving 5% if I got two, but man, I save 15 if I get three. Now you're kind of incentivizing them to want to buy more than two, right? And you could go even further if you wanted to. You could say, you know what, if they buy four, I'm giving them 25% off. So you're giving them a bigger reason to actually buy more. And that's one of the easiest ways to have people spend more money on your store. So I'm going to put my phone here, trying to look at the comments here. All right. And so we covered the recurring pricing before. Here's if you wanted to have some sort of subscription or anything like that. That's where you would do it. We're not going to do anything like that. We're going to hit save. And then we're going to go to these settings right here. One-click upsell. Here's where you would start putting your one-click upsells. I'm going to give them, make a one-click upsell that says cats are my favorite people, the V-neck. And then for the bump, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Maybe not. Let's see. Here for the cats, that's going to be the bump on the product page. And it's going to be on the checkout page and the float cart in this case. What are bumps? Bumps are basically, oh, by the way, do you want this other item? That's all it really means, okay? And then related products, if we wanted to put related products, what is that? Well, those are the things that are related to the product that they're looking at right here. Excuse me, guys. Oh, excuse me, guys. So sorry. So these are related products. So if I go here and I review this real quick and I preview this product, if I go to add this to the cart, and let's say I'm adding the red and white, okay? This is a order bump on the flyout cart. Now, it does not show on the product page because when we set up the store, we intentionally left out the order bump on the product page when we set up the template. Okay, so that's why you don't see it. And then here's the related products. You see that, guys? And then if I were to check out, we'd see the bump there. So this is basically setting up your product all the way through. And let me mention this right here. Let's say you didn't want your item to show up only if they had the URL. Well, you could do this, okay? And what is that called? That says sorry, I have plans, right? So let me if I just copy this and I refresh, that's going to show up, right? But if I search for this, it should not show up because I said URL only. Let's see. Nothing there, right? But let's go back and say everywhere and let's see if we find it. Okay, let me go back. Let me search. Hey, look at that. So this does this does have its place. It does, for whatever reason you might need it, it'll come in handy. But I usually have mine set up to everywhere, and then I publish it, and then that's how you set up a product. Of course, that's a quick rundown of just setting up one product on T-Launch. T-Launch has so many products. Each product, when you go to set one up, you're going to see the specs that you need for that. So let's say we're doing this this metal sign. This is pretty cool. It gives you the template, okay, and then this tells you how to use this template and use it to your advantage, so you know how to get these designs made so that they work properly. Okay, so T-Launch does a real good job. It tells you what the design requirements are for the image and things like that. Okay, so let's see. What else do we got here? Let me stop sharing. And let's see, what else do we have? How can we import, build our own theme? Here, let me show you. I did mention, working with the themes that we have, but let's say this. Let's go back and I'm going to share with you where to import, okay? And I'm going to give you an example of this. If we go here and we share my screen, let's go. I'm going to show you right here. So if you can see the builder, let me go back in because I did not add myself, I don't think. There we go. There we go. Okay. So you should see the builder right now. Let's go back. Yes, you can. Okay. So here you can actually upload a theme. So see this? You upload, and I don't know if I have it. Let's see. No, I don't have it here. Okay, I have a theme. I think I called it Profit Pooler or something like that. It's a theme that I have, and you would import the JSON file. I don't even know if that's how you say it, the JSON file. So let's say you can have a designer make a theme for you. For example, let's say you paid somebody to make a theme. They export what they've done after you like it. You say you like it. They export it, give you the JSON file, and then you would just upload it here and load it. Okay, very simple. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see. All right, let's go back to stopping my screen. And let's see. Editing something. Let's see what else. How many collections already answered that? Let's see. Okay, the new Groove editor. That's coming before the end of April. We already, I think they're done. I think Mr. Bradshaw was working with it already. I believe he's working on the default look, the default feel, the default template that comes with the new editor. That's what Mr. Damien Bradshaw has been working on. I believe he's already done. Damien, if you're on here, you could maybe comment whether you're done or not. So it's just around the corner. It's going to happen before the end of this month. It's already here. Okay. Let's see. You guys can get sales for we. No. I mean, no. You're with anything. It's just like everything else. We give you the tools. We show you what to do. When it comes down to it, it's up to the effort you put in. It's up to you doing the due diligence. It's up to you to put in the work and to keep going when the marketing campaign isn't working, and to be creative, to put in the work and getting the good ads made. Maybe you have a flagship product of yours. Um, let's say it's one of these metal uh, designs from T Launch. You have one made, and you know the message resonates with your audience because it's something that gets them passionate. You go order one, and then you get it, you unbox it, and you record with the phone a video, and now that makes you stand out from everyone else with your products because you have differentiated yourself versus someone advertising to dog lovers, and it's a dog lover shirt on a mock-up that everyone's seen before. Okay. Can customers create their own designs on my site? No. You actually have to set up the products ahead of time. Now, coming, hopefully, starting before the end of the quarter, is integration with Icon Ecom. I just spoke to the owner about a week ago. We're gonna start doing that soon. There was a delay with them because they were working on updates to Amazon, Etsy, and one other marketplace. They had to backtrack and update their API and their connection with these networks because they had changed how their API interacts. Okay. Let's see. Will the theme? Okay. Will the theme be carried over to the new pages I create? Well, when the theme's there, it's basically not going to make changes to your store. You're going to have to take the new version and apply it, save your current theme, apply the new version, and then go from there. Okay. Let's see. Can you do this for services also? Yes, as far as what you mean, like using the GrooveKart platform, yeah, you could. I've seen people take, you know, a GrooveKart store and sell their coaching services. Why? Because they just love the way that we have built-in one-click upsells and downsells, and you can customize the thank you page on the fly. And people like using GrooveKart for digital stuff, which includes services as well. And this goes back to did I hear that customers can be upload their own image? Yes, that is going to be with Icon Ecom, and we're going to have personalization where people you can give them a base design, and then they can put their name on it, and it'll show Frank is the best cook in the world or whatever. And then you also have a feature where, let's say you upload a picture of your dog or something, and that can be, let's say inside of a heart, or in a quote, and underneath it is the picture of your animal or something like that. So that is coming with the integration with Icon Ecom. Is there any way to add pop-ups? We don't have a built-in pop-up maker on GrooveKart, but you can add if you have pop-up software for anywhere, or let's say you have Aweber and you set up a pop-up to grab their email, you definitely can do that, and you would add it in this section. Watch. Let me share my screen. All right. So if we go here and we go to GrooveKart, if we exit this, watch. Let me show you where. let's say you created an email pop-up for Aweber. Well, you just go here to settings, and then you go to pixels, feeds, and embed codes. And then you'd want the pop-up to show up on virtually every page, and you would put the code here. You know, this is where it would go. I'm just putting this as an example. You would put the code there and then hit save, and then now that pop-up will happen every time someone lands on your page, or after 7 seconds, whatever settings you set up, you'll be able to paste it there. Okay. Instead of having an order bump on each product, there's a way to set up a unit. Okay. Yeah. I like how you think, Mohammed. So that is actually a feature I have on Trello, which is where we keep track of all the things we're working on as a company. And my in our section with me and the developers, I have what they've labeled Frank's list. And on Frank's list is a universal order bump that you can apply to all products. So it's coming, not sure when. I'm hoping by third quarter or sooner. Okay. All right. Let's. uh, Palm Beach County says 5 o'clock shadow suits you. That's funny. All right. Thank you. All right. Instead of having an order bump for each product, wait a second. Yes. Yeah. So I think I answered. Yeah. So that's coming. Not sure when it's going to happen, but I envision this also. You set up one nice bump, and next thing you know, you can apply it to all your products so that you don't have to rethink it. And especially if you are, if you're selling, like, let's say you're selling some sort of something that can break, or something in electronic, or let's say you make custom handbags, right? And they're made of like high quality material, and you want to put on there some sort of 24-month warranty or something for 24.99, and you could make that the bump, and add that to all your different handbags. That makes perfect sense. Or let's say you're drop shipping some AliExpress gadgets. You've looked on AliExpress and you found a supplier that ships from the US, and you pay maybe 20% more because they're already here in the US, and you also pay for shipping, but they're still cheaper than if you were to buy them from eBay or something, or Amazon. Then you would maybe sell them a warranty, right? How many times have you gone like to Best Buy? I bought this headset today at Best Buy, and I was kind of let down because the guy that said, "Oh, how you doing, sir? You ready to check out?" "Yes, sir." He didn't ask me if I wanted a warranty. Now, I've bought probably 7 pairs of headsets for my kids in the last 3 years maybe. And at first, I was not getting the warranty, but I learned better because a 10, 11, 12-year old, etc., is going to be playing a lot of games. And I didn't realize that these things could get messed up so fast. So then I started putting a warranty on these headsets, because every 5 or 6 months there'd be a broken set. So that's a good idea. If you sell something that you know is going to get broken, or you want to protect it, and you hand make it, or you drop ship it, but you know that they get it pretty quick, and you offer it and you honor it also. If you give a warranty for 1995 and you're selling some scooters or something, give an example. Mike Filsame and Michelle Filsame, Michelle's nephew James sells some scooters, and there's these electric scooters, right? They're really cool. If I showed you the site, I'll ask him if he wants me to show off his site. It's really beautiful. Our own Damian Bradshaw worked on the store. Oh, it's so sexy. It's one of the sexiest GrooveKart stores I've seen. And he sold his first scooter just the other day, I think, to somebody in Hawaii, and he has a warranty on his store that he stands by. So I think he charges like $50 extra. And if they take it, if anything happens in the next, I think, 6 months or 12 months, um, I think they just pay for shipping and he'll replace it or something like that. It's a way for him to make extra money. And then of course he'll honor, anyone that, emails him to turn that in, that warranty that they bought or whatever, and it would work. So Facebook user says for yoga classes, yes, that would work. So you would just set up your product, maybe I can show you, and I'm gonna make this up real quick. So let's do this. I'm gonna put it on my cat swag, but I'm gonna act as if we're selling something. So let's go to, I don't know. Let's go to Pexels, and I don't even know. I don't, as you can tell, I don't know nothing about yoga. Uh, let's see here. Let's just type in yoga, okay, and let's do this one, right, and let's do this 1280 by 853, okay, and we're gonna set up a sample product, and we're gonna say Saturday yoga class, or I don't know, let's say yoga class 5 days a week. So you could go here and you could set this up, and you could say, I don't know, hot yoga. I'm making this stuff up. My sister goes to hot yoga. Hot yoga. Okay. Three. Let's just do this. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Okay. Let's just say it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. And I'm totally making this up, right? So if I go here and let's just add this to best deals. Now, when you're setting up products manually or any other way, you got to change the category to something other than home. And you'll know it's the main category because it's pink. And again, I'm just making this up, but you could go in here and then you could hit save and next. And then you could add the video, excuse me, the image. All right. And then here under information, you would describe what it is. One class every Monday, Wednesday. And again, I don't know anything about what you do, but and then you could say, blah blah blah. You're adding all these different description bullet points, okay? And then you would add that. You'd add the images, etc. Save and next. And then you could do recurring pricing for this. This would be a good thing. You'd say monthly membership, okay? And then I'm just going to call this monthly, okay? And then I would say, okay, okay, I'm just going to say paid monthly till canceled, okay? And in this case, they get access to my yoga class in person for, I don't know, recurring. Let's say it's normally $99 a month, but right now it's $49.95. Okay, and it's monthly. Okay, and then you save the plan, and then you save it next. Now, since this is a service, I don't think I'm going to have a one-click upsell. Maybe I could. Let me give you an example. Let's say you set up a yoga quarterly boot camp. Okay, and you have a yoga and boot camp don't go together too well. But let's just say you offer every quarter. You offer at the end of the quarter a special weekend retreat or something at your facility, and it's $497. You could make that an upsell. Okay, and then you would go through, hit save and next, and then you would just go to finish. And again, this is, I have no clue anything about yoga. Maybe if I was selling tacos, I might have some more expertise. But that's okay. So now we're gonna go here and we're gonna save it, and then now you can get an idea of what you could do. It's a monthly membership. It's monthly $49.95. Wow, I saved $50, and it's one class every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And then you would put the details there. Okay. Again, this is me just making stuff up on the fly so you can get an idea of what to do. And yes, I didn't even see this until now. So yeah, and then upsell to the membership. So let's say you're not charging a lot for them to show up in person, but then you have that, man, that quarterly mastermind, that quarterly retreat, that quarterly getaway. Okay. And y- I would make it to where it's worth your time too. So like if you're only getting one sign up a day, then make it a Slack adjuster to where you're okay if only one person buys it. You're okay if someone buys it for $5,000, because it's like, well, I'll sit there and I'll teach a person for Saturday and Sunday for $5,000. You know what I mean? So, and you call these Slack adjusters. So they're there. They serve as a decoy, a decoy sometimes, where they see you selling it for five, and they're like, man, I don't have five, but I do have the 49.95. So let me sign up for their monthly course, for their monthly yoga, and show up every week. And then, man, maybe I can work towards getting that $5,000 retreat for me or whatever. You know what I mean? So, and then it's a Slack adjuster, because if someone does buy it, you just made a nice little windfall of money, and now you get to take care of that customer, that client. And here's what I've learned in business. Typically, the people that give me the most problems are the ones that don't spend a lot of money. You'll find that your customers, if you're selling like a $7 ebook or something, those are the ones that give you more trouble than someone that paid you $10,000. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's see. So you guys give us 2,500 emails uh, sent to potential customers. I encourage you to go to groove.cm, log in, and then you can look at what we give you as a free member. I think as a free member, it's it could be 500 contacts. Not sure anything other than that. I focus on GrooveKart, so I can't tell you off the top of my head what GrooveMail, which is what you're talking about, what that includes. All right. Can I display a GrooveKart product on the GroovePage site? Yes, you can. So let me show you where you would get that. So let's go. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you right here. Okay. And we're going to go to here. And if you were to go to checkout, so the buy button embed code, checkout embed code. Okay. So you would say, you could go like this, click below. I don't know. Let's just say buy now. Button text color, button background color, show product name, show product image, generate the form. Now, this is a sample product, so it's not complete, but yeah, you could do that and copy this and use the code embed feature in GroovePages. All right. Now, let me exit. So that's where you would do it, right here in step number 6, where it says finish. Okay. And you would just copy that code, and then it would work that way. All right. So the new editor is going to give you default header templates, but it will let you change the color of the header, and you can do a couple other things. And there will be more fonts. I believe with the new editor there'll be, if I'm not mistaken, all the Google fonts, I believe. Pre-checkout upsells. So you're talking about this. Mohammed, tell me if you're talking about this. Let's go to Groove Gear. Now we have pre-checkout. We have, like, in the float cart. If I go to the float cart, see, this is an offer here. Now we are gonna customize the bumps to where you can add some text that says, "Hey, add this to your cart below," blah blah blah. So I mean, this is on the way to checkout. Okay, this is the flyout cart, but the float cart, but this is pre-checkout. Okay, now you can add. You'll be able to. We already have product page bumps where you can add something right here at the bottom that says, add this matching sticker for $2.95 or whatever, and that can show up right here. And then when I add this to cart, these are um, float cart bumps, okay? And then you proceed to checkout, and then they'll, if this one had it, there'd be checkout bumps right here. So you already have that. So I'm not quite sure what other, and I wasn't sharing my screen, was I? Dang. Okay, sorry. Let's share screen. Let's try it again. Okay, here we go. So if I go back here to Groove Gear, so we already have what we have here. When you offer these order bumps on the float cart, they're already here. But soon, before the end of the quarter, we're going to have the ability to customize that, where you can add some text. You'll also be able to change the border. You can remove the border, and you can add some sales copy, things like that. So we are going to have that coming before the end of this quarter, so you can customize your bumps. And then on the product page, we have um, ability to add an order bump right here. And if you go to the cart, it's pretty much, let's continue shopping. Sorry, no, let's continue shopping. Let's proceed to checkout. So if you're saying before checkout, pre-checkout, we have the ability to offer things on the product page, the float cart, and then if this offer already had something, it would show the bump for the checkout. So those are pre-checkout upsells. Now, you could also, if I think what you mean is, let me go back to Groove Gear. What you mean is the moment I click this button, when I add it, if you want like a pop-up saying, "Hey, add our most famous GrooveZilla um, plushie for just $10 more," then that could be a feature as well. You already have these bumps here, so it's kind of would be overkill, but I could see how we could somehow work that in. So I'm not sure how soon we could do that, because we have many different things that we're working on to get set up for this year as far as features. So let me stop sharing. Let's see. Yeah, no problems for the yoga demo. Let's see. By followers, primes, and viewers on viewers. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see here. I would play around with the embed code, Mohammed, because to tell you the truth, I've never really used it. I'm gonna go into Groove Gear real quick because I think Groove Gear makes the most sense, because we've used the checkout embed on Groove Gear before on one of these products. So let's see. I'm gonna share my screen in just a second. So let me see if we go to edit, and if I'm gonna see what it looks like. You know what, I'm gonna go into GroovePages, and we're gonna use this embed code. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let me close up some of this stuff, and we're gonna make a sample. Okay, so let's see what happens. So I'm gonna share my screen, and we'll do this together. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, add myself to the screen, and we're gonna sell this Brazilla, right, because it's for Brazil, right? We're gonna sell this decal. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to finish, and let's try it. Let's do the buy button embed code. Okay, so we're gonna say buy now. Let's just do some crazy stuff here. Wow. Okay, we're gonna add a border. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Let's do something crazy like this. I mean, this is this looks really cool. So, I mean, it's almost like a Belcher button almost. All right. So, and then we generate the code. Okay. Now, what did you ask? Let's see. Can the product embed code be changed to go from opening the pop-up checkout to go straight to checkout? I don't know. We're about to see what we can do here. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to copy this code. Okay. And then I'm going to go into GroovePages and we're going to go into this demo testing page. And we're going to make, I don't know who's doing what in here. So we're just going to go to page 1. And we got this page, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this. All right. And then I'm going to clone the page. So this should probably say page -2, or actually it says copy. So now I got this. So watch this. I'm just going to add an element and I'm going to add this embed code. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's figure it out. Code embed. Click it. Click it. Click it. Save. Save. Now, I don't know if it'll preview with the embed code or not. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't show it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to publish this page. And let's publish. Now, this page was called what? Demo testing, right? So let's go here. Now there's that one, but we said that page was called what? Page 1 copy 1, okay? So page 1 dash copy, sorry. So we're going to say this page 1 dash copy. So there you go. And if I click it, it opens up right here, ready to check out. So your question was what? Your question is, can the product embed code be changed to go from opening a pop-up checkout, go straight to the checkout? It doesn't look like it can. Now, let's go back to share, and then let's go back to see what the other pop-up, the other embed code does. Okay, so if we go back here, that goes and generates this cool little thing. I kind of like that. That's kind of really cool. So let's go back, and then to check out embed code, let's just do click below, buy now. I think this is the same thing. So you're probably right. I don't think it'll do anything. Let's generate this. I don't think it does what you want it to do. Let's clone this and then let's edit this. Save it. Save it and publish, and let's see what happens. If I go in here and refresh, let me close this. Still thinking. Let me actually delete this and repaste that code. All right. All right, let's repaste this and see what happens. Let's see if it worked. You never know. Maybe we'll have something come up or not. Doesn't look like it worked, guys. So I don't know if this is a bug or if I'm doing something wrong, but this checkout form doesn't seem to be working. I will show this to the developers, but as of right now, doesn't look like it worked like we wanted it to. So we're going to move on and I'll report this to the developers. So let's go back. So can you upload your personal fonts on the editor? No, we actually have a predetermined group of fonts, but in the new editor coming, there'll be more fonts. Okay. So let's see. Show screen. Okay. No. So Mohammed said, no, I'm talking about having a pre-chart page which says, hey, add these for free shipping, for example. Yeah, you could send me an example. I mean, it could be something we add. I have a list of things that I want done to the system. So you could send me that, and you never know. My goal is to have every quarter get everything done ahead of time so that we have time to add in more features. Okay. Eventually, we're going to have the SDK come out and available to people so that you can, if you have a company that builds apps and you have programmers, you can start building out apps to go with GrooveKart. Okay. Eventually, we're going to be just speeding up the core, um, taking care of maintenance, fixing bugs, and making the platform faster, 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 better. But then additional features related to sales and marketing and things like that, you'll be able to start making these apps and making them available to members, so that we can help the community to grow more. Okay. Okay, so we have this question: can we promote products in GrooveCart to face? Look, so this is what I would do for now. I don't. We don't have the ability to connect to Facebook Shops from GrooveCart. Facebook works with Shopify and things like that. However, never rule that out. But what I would say, if you're wondering about Marketplace, if you're using print on demand, and if you're using services like T-Launch, or let's say you're making flip flops from Printful, or beach bags like those tote bags from Printful, then by all means list them on the marketplace. And then when you get an order, they pay you directly. You take the money, you turn around, and you place a manual order on these marketplaces. I mean, not on these marketplaces, but on Printful, or on Tscape, or on T-Launch. You can create manual orders. Okay. And then someone said view example above. I didn't see anything come through, so you can just message me, Muhammad, and we'll go from there. So any other questions, guys? Let me know. Uh, the the editor, I think I answered this already, but yeah, it should be coming by the end of the month or sooner. I believe Damien was working on the default template that comes with it, and I believe he's finished with it. So let's see if we have any other questions here. Okay, long question. I want to sell event tickets, various pricing, category one, category two, category three. There are about 20 products. Can I build the products on GrooveKart and sell them on a Groove page, or would you advise to create the products on GrooveSell? If you don't need, if you don't need like colors and sizes and things like that, then by all means you could use GrooveSell and GroovePages. Um, I kind of like the fact GrooveKart you can set up a product really fast. I kind of like that. Unless you're really experienced in GroovePages, you can knock something out quick. I'm one of these guys. I'm not a designer. I'm definitely not a programmer. I can get up and running with a GrooveKart page a lot faster than me trying to tinker around with stuff on GroovePages. That's just me, because GrooveKart from the get-go, we've been trying to keep it as simple as possible. Even though there's a lot of moving parts, my goal is to keep GrooveKart simple and to keep it and actually make it easier to use and simpler so that people can get up and running fast. If it was me, I would say do it in GrooveKart, because if it's an event, you can have videos. You can have, if it's a talking head video, hey, this is Frank. Just want to say thank you for showing interest in the next blah, 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 blah event. Here's what you can expect, yada, yada, yada. And you can sell them through video, maybe give them handouts, photos, things like that. You can do all of that with GrooveKart, and it's built in as far as your checkout. You can have your Stripe, or you could have, excuse me, you can have PayPal, things like that. So I don't see why you wouldn't just use GrooveKart. Okay. Uh, okay. So this is good, guys. Only clothes we can sell on Groove. No, you can sell anything. If you make candles, if you make shoes, if you make handbags, you make cornhole boards. If you make custom art, you can sell anything you want. Okay, which is that is legal in your state, your local state, and local county, and all that. Okay. Um, let's see. On Groove Builder, when you add a new page under menu and pages, how do you rename it? Yeah. So that for some reason, Alejandro, I just our good friend Christian from Sweden mentioned that to me late last night. I didn't see the message till earlier, and the developers know about it. It wasn't like that a few days ago. It just happened. So the only thing I can assume is this started happening due to the updates that we've had in the last 48 hours on GrooveKart. All right. Ooh, excuse me. Let's see. Any other questions? I recommend that you just, like I've told y'all before, I highly recommend you just get going. You go in here, you have tons of training on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, go to groove.cm and search for GrooveKart. I would say look at anything that's been put out in the last 12 months or less. Some of the platform might have already changed before then, um, or by the time you've seen that video, but 80% of it should be still accurate. And get in here, get your hands dirty, and start figuring things out. You know what I mean? So let's see. Any other questions? Oh, excuse me. Comment. Let's see here. All right. I don't know where that came from as far as cooks or tacos. So yeah. So just get in here, get your hands dirty, figure it out. Get in here and look at the training that's on the YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, go type in groove.cm, type in GrooveKart, look at anything in the last year or so, and you're not going to break anything. If anything, make a test store. Let's say you're an upgraded member of Groove, have a test store that you just have that lets you that you can just go and try to add things, play with the theme, add new products, add demos, so that you can feel comfortable. And then you have your real one that's called Billy Bob's Flying Pizza. I don't know, I'm making stuff up. So and then that's your real one, and then you have a demo one. Now, if you have just a free account, well, you can only make a store once every 30 days. However, in the beginning, you could go and test first as a free member. And it doesn't matter what the subdomain is. Let's say you called it christian.groovekart.com. If you finally say, okay, this is what my store is going to be about, this is what it's going to have, this is what it's going to feature, then once you go get your actually buy your domain and you connect it, no one's going to see that subdomain christian.groovekart. They're going to see the name of your store because you've connected the domain. So I would not worry about it. All right, no problem, Rick. I appreciate you. Thank you, Luis. Let's see here. If you have two online stores, does this mean you need two different GroovePay merchant accounts? Yes, you're going to have a GroovePay per store. And pretty soon, we've been working with the company Stacks that powers it now powers the back end of GroovePay. GroovePay in the coming days is going to be back live again, and it's going to be more powerful than ever. And we're going to have built-in seamless integration with GroovePay and GrooveKart soon. So when you make a new store, you'll be able to sign up for GroovePay right there in the dashboard of your GrooveKart store. So that's pretty cool. Where do the products come from? Well, I mean, if you're using T-Launch, 90% of the products are made here in the USA. They do have warehouses in Europe. So if you have an order from Europe, then they're going to send that order to the warehouse in Europe first versus somebody in the United States. T-Scapes here in the United States. Printful, other warehouses are here in the U.S. Can we get products from other drop shippers like Amazon, eBay, add them to our GrooveKart? Yeah, yeah. You could do this, right? I mean, you could do that. I think I went over this on one other training. You could find something. Let's say you have an Amazon Prime account and you get 2-day delivery. You could see something, act like you're going to buy it, right? And say you want to buy like 50 to 100 and see if they have them in inventory. And then you can run a test. Let's say you get this item for 19.95 here in the US, you sell it for 39.95. You're making $20 more. Maybe it's a hot selling product. You get the money, you turn around, you order from Amazon, you use your Amazon Prime membership, and you get it shipped 2 days later. Mark it as a gift so they don't put what you paid for in the receipt. And next thing you know, you're drop shipping from Amazon. You could probably do that with eBay as well. All right. All right. I think we're good, guys. I think we are good. I want to thank you for being here. Hopefully you got some hopefully things are as clear as mud, right? And you feel better about what you're doing with GrooveKart. We have a lot of stuff coming, guys. And I want you to think of something here. I spoke to somebody recently who works for not Shopify, but another e-commerce platform. And he goes around training people how to use their platform that he works for. Well, between you and me, they have over 200 developers that are working on their e-commerce platform. So we got a long way to go. So my one of the founders challenged me because we are going to start developing partnerships with companies so that we can generate more revenue for the GrooveKart initiative so that we can grow our platform faster and make it easier, better, easier to use, quicker, more responsive, intuitive for you, the users. And so that's things that we're working on the back end that you won't ever see anything related to that. But just know, we're in your corner and we want you to succeed. But let me tell you something, this platform right now, the way it is, even with the things that we don't have, you can make sales if you just get out there and work on your store and get some campaigns going. We got the one-click upsells, we got the quantity discounts, we got the order bumps, we have the related products, we have scarcity if you want it. I mean, you can make sales if you get out there and go. You know what I mean? So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, Christine, Alejandro, Christian, Jeffrey, Rick. Who else we have? Luis, Mohammed. Who else? Babilo. I don't know who that is. Dwight. All right. So Leslie Koenig, Frank, all of y'all. Thank y'all for being here. We thank you as always. If you're not upgraded at Groove with Groove.cm, I highly encourage you to upgrade. It's now monthly. You can't go wrong with the $99 a month plan. If you can swing it, I would go with the $2.99 a month and just go for it. You'll be able to launch a store every 7 days if you want to. And then what I've said, launch 4 stores in a month, sell 3 and keep one for yourself. Learn to get good at setting up stores and set them up with products already, and somebody will probably buy it. Let's say you set up a store for $500 and it takes you a weekend to do it. Well, what if you do that for 3 weekends out of 4? Well, that's $1,500, guys. So if you're paying $2.99 to be an upgraded member, all you need to do is sell 1 store to make your money back, and then you do that 3 times. You just made $1,500. $1,500 covers 5 months of you paying for Groove. It's just you just got to find your way. You just got to find what's going to work for you and do it and work it. Work the system. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for being here. Next week, Mr. John Garcia will be here. He will be returning from his cat lovers convention. I'm sure he's having a great time there. And We'll see you on the next training. My name is Frank Salinas. Thank you for being a part of the Groove family. And thank you, as always, for your patience. We thank you for taking action. And I encourage you to jump in and get started. Um, don't put things off. Don't be a perfectionist. Just get in here, start learning, and put what you learn to use right away and keep pushing forward. So, with that being said, we want to thank you for being here, and we'll see you on the next training next week. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you soon.